Hi, I'm Claire, and welcome back to my channel. For this week's video, I am going to be doing a Tudor-style home in The Sims 4, and this is the fourth time I started this intro. So anyway, we are going to be starting off in the kitchen. I wanted to use these counters from the Cottage Living Stuff Pack. I wanted to have this home have like a feeling of like updated, but still kind of historic, and so I thought these cabinets gave that impression. And so we are just going to be using this oven hood with a chicken on it, which I kind of forgot was in the game, but it's cool. And so now we are just going to be using this fridge from Parenthood pack. I go for this like light swatch. It kind of looks like the cabinet just like goes around the fridge. And so now we are just going to kind of be working on an entryway. I realized I probably should have started with this space, and so like we just kind of work on this area for a little bit, then we hop back into the kitchen. But it is a very dark little space, and so I wanted to use a lot of like lighter woods and use like a mirror to have like the light bounce off of the window, and so that's like a really dark area, and so I wanted to lighten it up. But now we are back in the kitchen using these cabinets from the Cottage Living pack and going to just kind of be wrapping them around the room. I wanted to kind of keep it green in the kitchen. Green is one of my favorite colors, and you can probably guess since that's in my username. And so we are just going to be adding a little window cover and going to be adding a island. It's not really like a Seaton island, but it does have a little more like prep space for your Sims to prepare food. And so we are just going to be disassembling the island so then I can try to slot items onto the kitchen. And I first start off with this fruit bowl, and then I'm pretty sure I added one more thing, but it might just be the fruit bowl. Yep, it's just a fruit bowl. And so now we are just going to be adding a few more decorations, like kind of cluttering up the kitchen, but there is still room for your Sims to cook. And so this is designed for like a family of three, and so we are just going to add a few more details onto this entryway and into the kitchen. And so we are just going to be kind of putting like some personal touches on this like table by the entryway, and going to be using the one of the new kits and trying to find like a key, and thought the phone was also a nice touch. And so now we are just going to be going into the living room, and I was trying to swat or swat slot that TV onto the fireplace, but it didn't end up working, so I just kind of rearranged the fireplace to be on the other side of this wall. And so we are just going to be like, this is definitely the living room with the TV placement. And so we do end up putting a fireplace on the other side of the wall, so it's like technically in the dining room. And so now we are just going to be adding some chairs from the cats and dogs pack. There is a space for one cat, and so we are just going to be changing the colors to this beige swatch, which honestly I wouldn't really go for, but the walls and floor are so dark, I thought it was a nice contrast. And so now we are just going to be adding a plant into the corner, and I wanted to use some more items from the cats and dogs pack, and I like the look of this vase that from the cats and dogs pack. I am sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. And so now we are just going to be adding a little book. I thought that'd be kind of fun since like there's a big bookshelf, but maybe they had to like go get the door, or like get their kid off to like one place or another, and so like they just like left their book like they were on the TV console just to kind of be like there for later. And so now we are just going to be adding a few decorations to the mantle, and going to be adding other few more decorations into the kitchen. And so now we are just going to be adding some pictures. I thought these were fun because I just did like the idea of like a restored home, and like maybe they like found it in the walls or something. I always like that on like HGTV when you like find like a cool like historic item in like a house. And so now we are in the first bedroom. Travis matching for kid slash teen or kid slash tween, and they are a animal lover. So I have a cat bed in here for the cat, and going to be going and adding a desk and side table. I first wanted to use this like teal one, but it just like seemed a little too strong, and so I do change it for the white. And here is that desk for them to do their homework at. They can like do their homework on like the kitchen table in the bathroom. I don't know why my Sims always end up doing their homework in the bathroom, but anyway, so we are just going to be adding some cat toys. The litter box does end up going in the parents' bedroom, so it's like not like the most like hidden spot, but it is. I do add it kind of towards the end of the video. I was having a few problems with my recording software where it just like stop for no reason, and so yeah, I'm like placing the pictures in the kid's bedroom, and then it just like stops, and I didn't really want to like redo anything just because I thought if I just didn't want it to like stop again, and so I'm just going to keep it how it is. I probably would have cut it out some parts of this bedroom anyway, and so we just kind of some pictures might just pop up out of nowhere. That's what I'm trying to say, and it does actually end up stopping recording again, kind of closer to the end of the video. So instead of like at the end when I usually like zoom out and see the exterior of the house, it just kind of stops after I put down the grill, and so we are just going to be adding some more kind of kiddish posters and going to be adding these stickers. Obviously a big fan of cats, and so now we are just going to be placing down a plant, and so I wanted to put a plant in the corner just to kind of break up the space, like how it's like beige, and so it goes with the wallpaper. And so now we are just going to be finding a picture. I ended up going with this Brewster, seemed kind of appropriate for this house, and so now we are in the hall bath slash the bath for the kid or tween, and so I do have a window that is higher up for privacy, since that is like right how that window is the grill area, and so I wanted there to be some privacy. But realistically, you could like open the window if like if the take up too steamy of a shower, and so we are just going to be adding a little hand towel and finishing up this bathroom. And so now we are just going to be going into the kids' bedroom again and just adding a curtain for privacy. This is kind of built like right on like the border line of the property, and so Sims will walk by and privacy. So we are just going to be adding another picture. I wanted this picture to have like a darker frame to kind of go with the like trim on the wallpaper. And so now we are in the primary bedroom, and so this is kind of a bigger bathroom than I feel like I normally do, but I also feel like I always do like the smallest bedrooms for the master bedrooms sometimes. And so we are going to be using this bed from Cats and Dogs. I felt like the blue kind of tied in with the wallpaper, and so we are just going to be adding a little bit of landscaping. And so this bed I wanted to keep simple because of the wallpaper is kind of busy, and so now we are just going to be adding some lights. And I realized I missed my opportunity to add my favorite light, the lighthouse light or lamp, and so oops, I probably could do it as the time I'm recording this. It's not on the gallery, and so you're just kind of going to be making a little seating area and going to be adding just a few plants. And I do put the litter box right where that blue plant base is, and so now we are just going to be adding another bunny statue because you can never have too many bunny statues in a Sims build. And so we are just going to be adding a few things on to the dresser, and I did want to keep it kind of simple and clean just because that dresser is kind of small. And so we are just going to be going in back into the living room, or we're first going to be going into the dining room, and it's like not really like a room, it's like more like a hallway, but it's like front and center. And so we are just going to be adding some chairs from Cats and Dogs, and I'm pretty sure the table is from the base game. And so I do like how this area turns out, like how it's like, ooh, a fireplace, and then the chairs do kind of are maybe in the way, but it still like turns out nice. I feel like this is one of a better builds that I have done. And so we are just going to be adding a desk and keeping it in this kind of lighter beige to go with the couches. And so I wanted to keep it historic, that story of like updated, but it still has ties to the past. And so we are just going to be adding a few more details onto this desk and adding a backpack and art table in the tweens room. And so we are now going, or now we're going to be going outside and adding a grill and some other items out here in the back. But we're getting close to the end of the video, and so I hope you enjoyed watching. If you want to play in this house, you can find it on the Sims 4 Gallery. The information is down in the description. I post new videos every single Tuesday, so I hope you all come back for another video. Please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. That'd be really appreciated, and I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye!